Good morning. It's 8:13 on Sunday the 16th of June. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, dads. And we just drove like 2 hours from our Airbnb into Yosemite National Park, and we're up in the middle of friggin' nowhere. No cell service, no nothing. But we made it here. The altitude is nuts. I think we're probably like, what, 7,000 feet up right now? I'm feeling it already. But check it out. We're at Glacier Point, which should give us a really long view of the valley. We're way up above the valley though, so it's going to be different than the typical like tunnel view that you see. The hike we were going to do is closed. It's apparently not that bad. We just saw some people coming back, asked them about it, and it sounds like it's just muddy right now, so we're going to give it a go. Worst case scenario, we just turn around. It's July and there's snow on the ground. No, it's not July, it's June. I keep doing that. It's June. There's snow on the ground. We found the mud. So the other part of this hike is that it's called Taft Point and Fissures, like this one. Just a giant crack, giant hole. We're up at the not very top, that's the very top, but we'll go up there in a minute. We're up at the top of Taft Point. That is El Capitan, and it's like the other giant, what is it, granite? We watched this documentary on a guy that climbed that with no rope. Like, look at it. Look at it. No, man. Anyway, it's incredible up here. If you're in Yosemite, I can't recommend Taft Point and Fissures enough because it's like massive, and the fissures, the big cracks in the rock, like you could fall in, but don't, and it's amazing. Do you have anything to add, Beth?
Usually I'm not that afraid of heights, but I'm very weak in the knees.
Yeah. All right, it's Yosemite day 2. It's about 7:30 in the morning. We are in the park again, and we are at what's called the tunnel view. Beth's looking on up. We're in the valley today, and the tunnel view is like the view of the whole valley. We're over on our way to the Lower Yosemite Falls Trail, but along the way there's like all these parking things, and you can just stop and take awesome pictures, so that's what we're doing. Alright, first trail of the day. We're over here at Lower Yosemite Falls, which is paved and, from what we hear, very short and very easy hike. To call it a hike, I think, is kind of generous. Alright, we're closing in on Lower Yosemite Falls. I think it's just right up here behind us. We can hear it. It's getting a lot louder. It's getting a lot cooler, and we're getting bits of mist. So, as we learned in Europe, when approaching a waterfall, there is always a chance of wetness. So that means I'm going to switch to the GoPro here in a moment. Be right back. Alright, GoPro mode, here we go. It's cold and wet. Lower Yosemite, it's Lower Yosemite Falls. It's super different down here in the valley compared to yesterday.
You're looking up at everything,
yeah,
so it's much more like majestic and...
Right, like looking at El Cap from the top is like, wow, that thing is huge. Looking at it from the bottom, it's like you can't even comprehend how huge it is.
Huge.
Wow, that thing is huge! Dome is like right up there, and there's all this like insane amount of gigantic rock along the trail. It's hard to not think that this all fell off of Half Dome at some point and landed here. What is probably our last stop in Yosemite National Park, right? I know, it's a bummer, but it's just a fact. And we're gonna go see some giant sequoias, I think. All right, we gotta get on a shuttle to go there. So we saw the coastal redwoods while we were in San Francisco, and these are the giant sequoias of Mariposa Grove in Yosemite. They are, what, similar types of trees, right? But one of them grows taller, according to master tree expert Beth.
The coastal redwood grows taller, about 379 feet, versus the giant sequoia. I was wrong the other day, it was 311-ish. But these giant sequoias are the tallest trees, or the biggest trees in the world. Not the tallest.
Like the biggest diameter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I just read on the sign. So.
Yep. Let's check these things out, huh?
Things flying in the sky is not pollen. It's all ladybugs.
There are more ladybugs here than I've seen in my life. Like all the ladybugs I've seen in my life to this point, there are more here now than all the ladybugs I've ever seen. It's a lot of ladybugs. They're coming down the hill like snow flurries. One final thing. Well, yeah, okay. That's, what is it, grizzly giant? Yeah, okay, so we saw a grizzly giant, and now we are on our way to the California Tree Tunnel. Sorry, California Tunnel Tree. And then we got to get the hell out of here because there's some really dark storm clouds
And it's thunder again.
thunder.
Starting to get a little rain.
Yeah, so considering that much of this destruction here was caused by lightning strikes, I think we should probably go. Alright, camera's packed away. It's officially raining here. The tree tunnel's behind us there. And we're gonna get out of here. Alright, so it's our last full day in Yosemite, which means it's the final bit of the vlog for Yosemite. So stay tuned. The next one will be in Sequoia National Park. Anyway, we're off to there tomorrow. Tonight, I think we're hanging around town, gonna get something to eat. On our way in the morning. See ya.